Evening peeps, welcome back. How are we all doing tonight? We've got the next part of Archie's Journey Sunday Multiclass League. You can see on screen there, you've just seen the We Are Driven intro. We're still pushing Archie's Journey on Facebook. We're still pushing the Bradley Lowry Foundation on Facebook. So get yourselves over there, click those like buttons. Get yourselves on the We Are Driven page as well, see what we've got coming up. And then get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey and go and drop a little donation on there, please. Thank you very much. Tonight then, excuse me, round 8 of Archie's Journey Super Sunday Multi-League or Multi-Class League. It's been a varying myriad of cars and tracks, all chosen by the boys from P1. So we've had GR2s, we've had minis, we've got the crossbows tonight, or the expos tonight. That's what we're rolling in. That is what we are on tonight. Round 8 then. Let's find ourselves some scores. Where have I put them? In here. Here we go then. So, leading the way at the minute is P1 Raoul. Starting to make a tiny bit of a break then. 206.5 points. Second place is P1 Dylan. He has got himself 181 points for second. Third place for Champ. He's in third with 155 points. Mocking Week's fourth with 133.5. Benny fifth, 120.5. Mental Nevin sixth with 110. We've got Reg GT in seventh with 105 points. Turn that one off. We've got Aldo in eighth with 75.5 points. We've got Valium in ninth with 72 points. We've got Manny in 10th with 61 points. Baggy in 11th with 59 points. Tatey in 12th with 53.5 points. Don in 13th with 52.5 points. We've got Dodgy in 14th with 36 points. And we've got Gravel Trap. We're in 15th with 23.5 points. We've got a couple of reserve drivers as well. So we've had P1 Pilgrim in the lobby. He's picked himself up 14 points. CJW Racing also 14 points. And P1 Rob S91 has also had a race. 6 points on the board for him. And then we follow that up at the bottom of the table there with the team points. So we've got Team Bionic Sendits leading the way with 555.5 points, as many fives as you can possibly think of. Robert Smith, I'm assuming that's you, P1 Rob S91, I'm guessing. So the Bionic Sendits running away with it at the minute. We've got Mental Asylum Racing sitting in second with 464 points, and the Capsicum Anum Viri, or the Potato Men, is 408 points for third. These are driver of the day, fastest lap and pole position points on screen. I won't read through them all, but last week P1 Dylan picking up fastest lap from the feature race. Mental Nev picking up fastest lap from the sprint race. Champ getting pole, and driver of the day also going to Champ last week. So that is that for now. I've still got merch going, people. If you fancy a t-shirt, £22 each plus free postage and a free sticker, hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com or get me holding me on the Facebook page and message me on there. Stickers available as well. They're £3 a pair. Give us a shout. Right, let's get ourselves in. I don't know what these expos are like. So this is the same circuit we were... Is it the same circuit we were running on Monday in the minis, I think? I think it was. Let's have a look, see who's in the room. We've got Rao, we've got Baggy, Aldo, Reg GT, Mocking Weeks, Champ, Dodgy, Gravel Trap, Tatey, Benny, Dylan, Mental. We've got Valiant, we've got Manny, and we've got Don in the house. Full lobby tonight then. Good to see. Okay, so just resetting the lobby, ready for qualifying. Drivers out on track now then. Benny, the first man out. Yeah, never had a go in these things. Couldn't tell you how well they drive, how stable they are. They look tricky to handle than the minis on a Monday night, to be honest. So Benny actually the first man out on track. Let's go for a little bit of a lap with the Benster. Crossing the line then down the pit straight. Up the hill. It does just kink slightly to the left as it goes over the hill. Hard on the brakes down into turn 1. It's an over 90-degree turn. You've got to be careful you don't run it too wide into that sand. Through the little kink right, through the little kink left, full power then down to this almost 90-degree left-hander. You will see one or two drivers running it wide through here and into the wall. I can pretty much guarantee you that. There we go. Bit like that, Benny. Thanks for the get ourselves on with Mental Nev, who's negotiated that corner. Comes down the hill, through the left, through the right, through the left, back up the hill, through the right, coming back up the hill, hard on the brakes to the final turn. Great big hairpin. Again, tricky turn to get stopped on this one. Carrying as much speed as possible up the hill. Gravel Trap's left the room. Whilst Gravel Trap left the room. So still under qualifying conditions. We've got Champ. Say he's first. He wasn't already up. Wasn't even past Mental Nev when he was doing that. Strange. So just a short little qualifier for this one. Then we jump into a 30-minute feature race to start with. And once that's done and dusted, we have a 15-minute sprint race and the top 8 reverse grid. Ooh. Champ. Nearly taking the wall out through there. Still on board with Mental Nev. It's enough for you, Mental. Let's go and have a look at some scores. So it is Champ. Chap rejoining the room. Get yourselves over to Twitch if you want to see some on board from the man Mike Gravel, who's in the chat. Hate these expos. There you go. Yay, tech issues. Yep. The life of a streamer, my friend. The life of a streamer. Believe you me, I've had it all. I've had internet death. I've had computer explosions. Not actual explosions, but may as well have done. Damn it! What it's cost me and how much grief it gave me. May as well have exploded into a fireball. So Champ out front with a 58.4. Quite short laps then here. 58.5 for Dylan sitting in second. Mental Nev in third, 58.7. Got Mocking Weeks fourth, 58.8. Baggy's in fifth, 59.0. Valium is on 59.1. Don, ooh, into that wall, into that barrier. Yeah, it's not so bad running wide, but the wall does stick out, and that's the result. It's pinned him into the barrier. So 7th place, 59.5 for Don. I'll say that. He's just been smoshed down to 9th. Aldo and Benny getting through there, was it? Valium we saw, 59.1. Yeah, 59.1 on board for Benny. Aldo just doing a 59.3, so both of those drivers putting themselves up ahead of P1 Don, 59.5. Legend GT, a 1 minute 0.3. We've got Manny on a 101.4. Dodgy on a 102.5. Raoul No hot lap for him yet. See what he's got when he crosses the line here. It's a 58.3. Sticks himself onto pole position. And that just leaves us Gravel Trap, who's left and come back. So fresh session for Gravel Trap. No scores on the board. Yes, get yourselves over to, is it Gravel Trap on Twitch? Mike Gravel. Is that what you're calling yourself? Yeah, if you wanted to see some onboard action of... let's go and find him. Of this man. Living up to his name maybe tonight. Then get yourselves over to Twitch and go hunt out the Gravel Trap. I'm sure it's got P1 tags and Expo tags and Archies Journey tags or something. If you put any of that in, I'm sure you'll find it. So position swapping, but Raul just reclaiming that top spot. Champ had just taken that off him, and I think Dylan had just gone quicker as well. But then Raul came back through and pumped in a 58.253. My phone blowing up now. Not looking at them now. So Raul back on that top spot, 58.2. Champ in the pits looking for fresh rubber. He's going to go out and try and better those times. Sport soft tyres only for these lot. That'll make for some interesting racing. Mental Nev up into third then. No hot lap on the board. Dylan fourth again. These boys leaving and coming back. 58.7 for Benny sitting in fifth. 58.8 for Mocking Weeks. Then pushed down to 6. He was fourth on the grid. HGT seventh. He's just gone a little bit quicker. 58.9. Still seventh on the grid. Baggy 8th. 59.0. Don 59.1. Gone a little bit quicker. Valium, he's left and come back, so fresh boots on. Tatey 11th, 59.2. Aldo still on a 59.3. Manny gone a little bit quicker, 1 minute 0.8. Dodgy having the last 5 minutes in the pits as per usual. And Gravel Trap sitting in 15th. Not that far off of Dodgy. Let's get a bit of a lap with Mental Nev through turn 1. There's that great big Gravel Trap on the outside of turn 1. Ugly looking cars, aren't they? Hey? Good bit of fun, I'm sure, but yeah, not something you'd pick as a daily driver. No roof for starters. So pretty much the end of qualifying now. Then Mental Nev just gets to finish his lap off. What are you going to put in, Mental? Is it going to be quicker? No, still third position for him. So it's looking like Raul on pole, Champ in second. Mental Nev third, Dylan fourth, Benny in fifth, Mock in sixth. P1 Don in seventh. He did go quicker in the end, 58.9. Moved up a couple of spots. Reg GT then 8th, 58.9 as well. We've got Tatey in 9th, Baggy in 10th, Valium 11th, Aldo 12th, Manny in 13th, Gravel Trap 14th, and Dodgy 15th. 1016 for Gravel. Ooh, just a a little tiny bit quicker than Dodgy, so he is going to start at the back of the pack. Big shout out to the boys at Infinity Decals, Dave Robinson. Big shout out to the boys over at Digital Car Culture as well. Big shout out over to the boys at Cowabunga Car Diaries. And the We Are Driven team, and the Archies Journey people, and the P1 lot, I suppose. Anyone else want to shout? Dylan and Champ looking like they're being very, very childish at the end of this race, at the end of this qualifying. To be expected, really. There'll be someone out on track trying to finish off a set of tyres. There you go, Manny. Where are you, Manny? Driving backwards. Here we go then. Half an hour race coming up. These KTM Expos. You've seen the circuit, not the easiest. Damn it. Missed the transition bags. It's another thing to remember, damn it. Right, here we go then. Half an hour around Sardegna C. Wait for these lights to drop and the drivers get it underway up the hill. And they're away now. It's a good start. Everyone away. Nobody stuck on the grid. That's good to see. Champ and Raul neck and neck as they head up the hill. Raul just got the advantage. Has he? No. Slots out. Champ takes the lead. Oh, Dylan goes for a move up the inside. Unfortunately, that's caused a concertina effect and pushed his teammate Mental Nev off track. Tatey also taking a very tight line through there, almost running himself off track. Still bumping and a barging as they come around these first few turns. Great big gaggle of these Expos coming around turn 4, sorry. 2, 3, 4, yes it is, turn 4. So Champ up front, 0.4 of a second over teammate Raul. And chased pretty closely by third place Mocking Weeks, who's had a great start to this race. P1 Don in fourth, also having a great start. Dylan though piling the pressure on for him, side by side on the exit there. A little bit of a nudge on the way out. Don takes the place then. Dylan right behind him. Up the hill, are we going to see Dylan chuck one down the inside? No, he backs off at turn 1. Benny doesn't, slots one up the inside of Valium. Oh, Valium's compromised, he's had to take the gravel trap. And off he goes. So Don lost a bit of time to those top 3. 1.4 seconds down. Oh, he's going to lose more time now because of that. Sorry, we're on board with Dylan, not Don. So Don comes through, Benny comes through, Reg comes through. There was nowhere for Tatey to go. Reg looking down the inside of Don into the hairpin. So the two teammates almost coming together in the hairpin. But Dylan has to slot himself down into 7th position then. So Champ up front. Still got 0.6 of a second from teammate Raul. Mocking Weeks hanging with him at the minute. Top 3 now, 2.6 seconds in front of Benny and Don. Dylan though pushing Don around this circuit, 3 wide nearly into turn 4. Reg GT and Tatey both battling out for positions through there. Still battling out on the way out. Oh, Aldo clipping the wall. That's going to compromise him. Sorry, it's Tatey that's clipped the wall. Aldo's come through. Aldo takes that place off of Tatey then. Baggy also tries to slot himself up the inside of Tatey through the final hairpin. Side by side on the exit again, but Tatey carries the speed. Baggy has to hold on to 10th. We've got Manny in 11th, Valium in 12th, pushing Manny around the circuit. Gravel in 13th and Dodgy 14th, and we have lost a mental Nev. So Champ and Raoul starting to pull time from third place Mocking Weeks. Just 1.1 seconds between second and third. Sliding it through that turn there for Mocking. Let's get ourselves a little onboard action. On board with the third place driver, looking at the top two. Another 10th as they come onto this start-finish straight. It will be a 2 tenths by the time we get to the end, maybe even 3. So Champ pulls over to the left. He's not even giving the slipstream to his teammate Raoul. Mocking Weeks comes through turn 1 well, but still 1.4 seconds back from the second place driver. So Benny 4th, Dylan 5th, Don in 6th, Reg in 7th, Aldo 8th. Oh, Don's gone far too wide through there. Oh, backwards, sideways, and into the wall he goes. Ghosting out as well. Trying to get himself put back in a straight line and avoid all these drivers coming through. Gravel comes through, Manny right behind him. Manny's picked up some damage and Don's picked up damage. So Champ and Raoul neck and neck, still taking different lines into this turn 1. Still pulling a little bit of time from third place as well. Gap to 1.6 seconds, 1.7. In the background, Benny still holding 4th. Dylan pressuring him though in 5th. Neck and neck through there. Aldo holding 6th, Reg GT 7th, Tatey 8th. Pretty close battle for mid-pack. Baggy in 10th, but he's being pushed by Valium at the minute. Get ourselves on board with Valium, looking forward at that 9th position. There's that turn. Did well to keep it in a straight line, Valium, but lost a bit of time to Baggy in front now. Dirty tyres. Compromised speed and lines into the next couple of turns as well. That's cost him all that time to Baggy. He was literally pushing him around turn 4. So still now 1.4 seconds back. Can he close the gap back up? Bit of work to do for Valium then. Get nudged off early on, side by side with Benny through turn 1. So 11th for Gravel Trap. Don, after getting himself put back on a straight line, is back up to full race pace, sitting in 12th and closing the gap on Gravel. Manny also has got it wrong somewhere. He's now down in 13th position. And Dodgy 6.2 down in 14th. It does look like Don's going for the position on Gravel Trap though. Don's going to be a bit careful through this turn. He's taking it a little bit easy this time. Gravel Trap holds onto it. Don in 12th then. But is he going to make a move into the hairpin? Thinks about it. But Gravel Trap holding his line. Now can Don get it done? On board as they head down this long straight then. Closing up on Gravel Trap. He's gone to the inside line, a little bit defensive. Goes for a totally different line through there. Gravel's compromised on the way through. He's had to slow himself down so he's not run himself into the Gravel Trap himself. Don goes through. Manny now looking for that position off him, so a little bit slow through there. Manny carrying the speed. Not enough into turn 4 though, so Gravel holds on to 12th. Don risking smashing into that wall again. but up to 11th. So Champ and Raul absolutely neck and neck. Mocking Weeks in third, 2.5 seconds down then in third. Benny fourth, big gap between himself and Dylan, 1.6 seconds now. Reg GT 6th, Aldo 7th, Tatey 8th. Still pretty close between these three. Into that tricky turn 4. There's, Reg GT's gone wide, Tatey's gone wide. They've not smashed it into the barrier as Don did, but it's just made them spread out a little bit. So Baggy and Valium closing up on this fight as well. Tatey all over the back end of Aldo as they head up this straight. Aldo decides to go defensive very late on. Who carries the speed into or out of turn 1. Side by side through here. So Tatey backs off, allows Aldo to keep it. Goes defensive again. A little bit far back for Tatey to make a move there. No need to go defensive just yet, Aldo. But now you do if Tatey sticks with you down this back straight. Oh, but he's got it a bit wrong through there. Tatey's piled on all the pressure. Aldo now moves down to 8th. Valium in the meantime has got himself past Baggy as well. Valium up to 9th, Baggy 10th. Tatey a little bit wide through there. Not carrying as much speed as Valium either, so Valium's going to come through to take that 8th. Aldo has to slot himself down into 9th position. And there's Baggy in the background in 10th. Half a second back, I think. 0.8. Can Baggy hang on to these two? Why is my pad broke? There we go. So Baggy 10th, Don 11th. Not had the best of nights as Don. Manny in 12th, Gravel Trap 13th. Big gaps developed here at the back then. Dodgy 14th. Then up front, still neck and neck between Champ and Raul. Are we going to see these two battle it out by the end of this race? Don't know. Mocking Week still 2.6 seconds down. Not lost any more time, but he's not gaining any. So Benny coming under increased pressure again from Dylan. He's managed to close that gap back up. Heading down towards turn 4 then. Both drivers exploring those track limits through there. Dylan not able to chuck one up the inside of the hairpin. Looks for a slightly different line on the way out. Can he carry the speed? On board with Benny then. Dylan trying to carry the speed around the outside. These little go-kart looking things. He's got the inside line into turn 1. Can Dylan run it around the outside? No. Holds on to that 5th though. Tucks himself back into the slipstream of Benny in 4th. And looks for his next option. Heading down towards turn 4 then. Oh, Dylan almost off track. He's carried a bit more speed than Benny through here. Nowhere for him to go though. Once they start chopping across the track looking for the line. Dylan still not thinking about chucking one up the inside of the hairpin, but again, just looking for a different line on the way through. Gets a good run as well. Look at that. So Benny going tight to the hairpin allows Dylan to go through to 4th. Benny has to slot himself into 5th. Plenty of time from the drivers behind, 3.5 seconds back. Oh, contact between Benny and Dylan. Trying to close that gap up there. Benny outbraked himself. And just gave Dylan a little bit of a whack. It's now 1.1 seconds back. Got 2.7 seconds back to Red GT in 6th. Tatey 7th, another 2.4 back. Baggy in 8th. So 4 seconds back for Bags. Don up to 9th, 7.5 back. Manny in 10th, Valium 11th, Aldo 12th, Gravel Chap in 13th, and Dodgy in 14th. What happened to Aldo? Been in for a fresh set of tyres, Aldo? I think you may have. Still nothing in it between the top two. Still pulling time over the 3rd place driver. 3.2 seconds the gap. Still 8.1 back to 4th place Dylan. Dylan still not managed to drop Benny yet. Still a second between 4th and 5th. Don't forget to vote for Driver of the Day, people. It is your choice. Do get extra points in the championship as well. Benny actually losing a bit of time to Dylan here. Right, top 2 are in the pits. The top 3 are in the pits. Are we going to see anybody else? Dylan, he does come in. Looks like Benny's coming in as well. Okay, Reg GT stops out. Holds the lead of the race. Champ and Raul get released behind him. Let's see what the gap is by the time they come out of turn 1. So Reg GT up front, 4.2 seconds. Champ 2nd, Raul 3rd, Mocking 4th, Dylan 5th, 8.2 back. Another 1.3 back, 1.4 back to Benny. Baggy up to 7th. 10 seconds back though. Valium 8th. Aldo closing that gap up in 9th. Tatey 10th. Don in 11th. Manny 12th. Gravel 13th. And Dodgy 14th. I think all drivers stopped now apart from Red GT. He's coming in this lap though. And there come the race leaders through to retake that lead. Champ first. Raul 2nd. Weeks coming through to retake his 3rd, but a long way back from the top 2 now. 4.4 seconds. 13.5 minutes remaining. Red GT, who was that? Who else was that being released from the pits? Is it Dylan just coming out on a fresh set? Sure, I saw a driver coming out the pits slow. Red GT comes out the pits, tucked right behind Benny. So a bit of a fight on here then for 5th. GT comes out just 0.2 of a second back. Valium and Baggy still pretty close together for 7th and 8th. Coming up with one back marker, Dodgy now. So Aldo in 9th, Tatey 10th, Don 11th. Manny in 12th, Gravel 13th, coming under all sorts of pressure. Benny and Reg GT coming through. Gravel Trap staying out of the way in 13th. And then Dodgy just coming through there. Looking to get in the slipstream of Valium and Baggy. He's got Aldo closing up on him as well. Again, not in the same fight. So, Champ. I was going to say, he managed to pull a bit of time from Raul there, but a little bit compromised through those downhill section corners. Put him under a bit of pressure from Raul, but Still bumper to bumper as they come out of that final turn. Mocking Weeks, still nothing he can do. 4.1 seconds back. So Dylan's still 4th. Reg GT still putting the pressure on Benny for 5th. Get ourselves on with Reg, looking to hunt down that 5th place then. Benny putting his car in the middle of the track. Can Reg GT sling one up the inside? Backs off early. Does he carry the speed on the way out? Does, slowly closing up on Benny. Not close enough to make a move into turn 4, I don't think. Backs off. Benny and Reg go through. Benny struggling to keep that on track. Sliding it through turn 4. Nice tight lines through there for Reg. Loses a bit of time to Benny as they come back up the hill towards this hairpin though. Again, just trying to keep control of these cars coming up that hill, switching directions on the way up as well. Oh, you can see just loss of traction there for Reg GT. Gap at 5.5 of a second between Benny and Reg now. Still in the slipstream range, but that gap extended. 10 minutes remaining of this race. Closes up under braking. Oh, he's outbraked himself almost though. Had to slam him on us not to run into that gravel. Gap extends up to 0.9 of a second. Can Benny get himself back in that fight? Back on with Champ then. He's been out front since the first lap. Raul's been right there with him. Mocking Weeks sitting in 3rd. He's had a consistent drive, but just nothing he can do about those two in front. Dylan going for a little bit of off-roading in 4th. So he's now got 2.9 seconds over Benny. Benny's still got Reg GT for company, just 0.8 of a second back. Just within that slipstream range. Benny's chucked himself in the sand. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Oh, Dylan's got turn 3 wrong. He's decided to put himself in the wall as well. No damage, but he's lost positions all the way down to 6th then for Dylan. Benny and Reg GT getting through. Can he then close that gap back up? 3.1 seconds down from those two in front. He won't be happy with that at all. Top 2. So I'm not expecting much of a battle between these two, being as they're teammates. I think this is where it's not. Sorry, not here. This is where it's going to kick off between Benny and Reg GT. And then we have got to watch out for the Dylan and closing up on these two as well. Oh, it's Reg GT's turn to run himself a little bit wide through there. He now loses a bit of time to Benny. Gap still at 3.1 between Reg and Dylan. 4 seconds back to Valium, still being chased by Baggy, just 1.4 seconds back. Aldo 9th, Tatey 10th, bit of a gap between those two now. Don 11th, 5 seconds back. Manny in 12th, 14 seconds back. We've got Dodgy 13th. Made up a position, and Gravel Track 14th. I think Gravel's been in for a second set of tyres. So Mocking Weeks had a pretty lonely race. He was hanging with the back of these two up front for the first few laps, but once they pulled a gap, he's just been all out on his own, really, Mocking Weeks. So Benny not out of danger yet. There's still only a second between himself and Reg. And Danger Man Dylan closing that gap up in the background. Just 2.9 seconds between 5th and 6th. 7 minutes remaining. Reg GT driving the life out of that little Expo, trying to hold on to Benny. Gets the gap down to 0.7 of a second. He's had a great exit through there. Down to 0.5. Again, I don't think he's quite close enough to make a move into turn 1. But it does close up on Benny. We'll start putting the pressure on him again through the tight sections around the back. But nope. Reg GT has decided to chuck himself in the sandpit. Now loses all sorts of time to Benny. The gap at 2 seconds. He's got Dylan hunting him down now for that 5th place. Less than a second back, 0.6. Where you going, Dylan? That's not the way through that turn. Loses all that time then to Reg. Puts himself under pressure from Valium behind, I think. Unless Valium's just put it in the wall. Oh no, there's Valium just in the background. What's he? Just 1.7 seconds back. Dylan getting it all wrong then in this one. Champ and Raoul not putting a foot wrong. Gravel Trap just in the background. I think getting that turn 4 a bit wrong. Mocking Weeks coming through there in 3rd. Again, just losing time. 5.6 back to the top 2. Benny then pulled a bit of a gap from Reg GT with that little mistake. 2.5 seconds. Still 2.9 between himself and Dylan. So didn't lose any positions, Dylan, but lost more time to Reg. Again, pulled a bit of time back over Valium as well. 2 seconds the gap there, 2.1. Oh, flipping at 2.3, 2.4. Valium getting it all sorts of sideways on the way into the hairpin. That does bring Baggy a little bit closer to him. 2.2 seconds the gap there. Again, everybody just running out of time now. 4.5 minutes remaining. Some big gaps on this circuit to try and close. Tatey 1.2 back from Aldo. Don 4.5 seconds back, so not able to put any pressure on. Manny is another 25 seconds back from him. Oh, Manny. There's that change of direction causing Manny a few issues up the hill. So Dodgy 13th and Gravel Trap 14th, just staying out of the way of these drivers coming through. Nothing in it between Raoul and Champ this whole race. Both drivers running around the outside of Dodgy through there. Sticking neck and neck between them as well. So are we going to see a little battle between these two at the end? Don't know. It's all starting to get a bit punchy now by the looks of it. 3 laps remaining. It might be on here between these two. Are we going to see Raoul go for a bit of a move? Champ looks like he is going slightly defensive. No moves happening yet. Again, under no threat from Mocking Weeks. Here he is just coming around turn 1. Bit of a gap developed between first and second then, 0.5 of a second. Again, like I say, if there is any battling, it won't be any hard battling between these two, being as they're teammates. They won't want to take each other out. A little bit of a drift out there for Raoul. The gap at 3/4 of a second. Champ just starting to stretch out. 2 minutes remaining. they are going to see 3 laps. Champ then nice and comfortable in first, being chased by teammate Raoul. Big gap back to third place Mocking Weeks. 8.5 seconds. Benny another 15 seconds back. Red GT another 2 seconds back. Dylan trying to close that gap up, 1.6 seconds. He's got 1 minute and 30, 2 laps to try and do it. Valium in 7th, 4.8 seconds down, sorry, 4.9. Baggy in 8th, so he's only 1.3 seconds down now, Bags. Any more? Oh, Aldo's made a mistake. Tatey comes through. Deep into turn 1 for Aldo. Don in 11th, he's going to close that gap up as well, just 1.4 seconds between 11th and 10th. Manny, 37 seconds down in 12th. Dodgy another 50 seconds down, and Gravel Chap at home, actually. It's quite comfortable there, I bet. Again, just staying out of the way of some of these drivers coming through. So, 30 seconds remaining. These boys will cross the line. Will we see them have a punch-up for this first place? Still nothing in it between them as they come out of that final turn. Just 15 seconds left on the race clock. We might not even see Mocking Weeks do another lap here. He might not want to do another lap, Mocking Weeks. No, that's it. Mocking Weeks is going to come home to take third then. There it is. It's a good effort from him, but unfortunately not able to close that gap up on those top 2. Benny's going to come home for fourth. Manny already swerving. He's going to take 12th. So Benny takes 4th. Manny 12th. Reg GT in 5th backwards. Dylan takes 6th. Baggy takes 7th. What happened to Valium? Baggy takes 7th. Tatey 8th. Valium 9th, but for how much longer? Aldo comes through to take 9th, then Valium 10th. What happened? Valium, what happened? Don 11th, Manny 12th, Dodgy in 13th. Gravel Chap parked up, and we just wait for these top 2 to come across the line. Champ up front. Raoul taking 2nd. Gravel Chap giving us a bit of a pirouette across the line. There you go. Race 1 of tonight done. So a little bit of a break, and then we jump into race 2, which is top 8 reverse grid and a 15-minute sprint. Same circuit. Don't forget to smash that like button, people. Don't smash it, you know, press it. Vote for driver of the day. And then watch this. Not that. Not that, you idiot. Right, again, a couple of minutes while we get Raoul to reset this lobby. Yep. Yeah, we saw you parked in the gravel at the end. You looked quite at home, Mr. Gravel. Can he get the transition into race 2 correct? Can he do it? Dylan chucking his 4th place away. Mocking Weeks not getting tangled up with anyone either. Which is quite a feat for Mocking. Fair play, Gravel. Fair play. Shove your Twitch in the chat, please, mate. Is it Gravel Trap? Is it P1 Gravel Trap? Is it Gravel Trap? What is it on Twitch? I have told people about it, but I forget what it is. Don't give it the full www dot because it might not show up. It might not allow the link to post. Just like Gravel in Twitch or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't like links sometimes. Let's just see if that works. Shablumo, pin the blamo. Message pinned to the bliggity bloing. Should be at the top. Let me refresh it. Blam! There it is. But the link don't work. Why don't the link work? Damn you. Why doesn't the link work? Well, it's www.justgiving.com/Archies campaign/Archies journey. Get yourselves on there. But yeah, why it's not? Why it doesn't link? I don't know. It's my stream, damn it. Let me do what I want. Flippers. Should be able to type what I want in there. You lot shouldn't be able to, but I should. Champ having some practice starts, is he? Gravel Trap and Mocking Weeks are having some drift practice. Not that it's going too well into the hairpin. Make the link work, YouTube. Alright? It's my stream. You don't tell me what I can put in my stream. Find a different platform if you carry on. There's plenty of them out there nowadays. Gravel not feeling at home on the grey stuff. Visiting the pebbles. Family members, I think they are. Mocking Weeks carrying loads of speed through turn 4. Still testing the drift abilities out of this Expo. No Mocking. That's not the line through the hairpin. So almost into race 2 then. Mocking getting the practice starts in. You're in second, Mocking. That's not going to help you at all. Maybe it is. Maybe I'll shut my mouth. Here we go then. Archies Journey Multiclass League. Sprint race time, 15 minutes. Top 8 reverse grid from race 1. And everyone else in their finishing positions. Do they all get away cleanly this time? I've thought of it, Alan. I've thought of it. It's a bit of a pain, to be honest. Right, they're away. I'll explain why in a minute. Let's just see him get through. Oh, we've got chaos in the background. I think we've got drivers nudging into each other as they're trying to squeeze through for positions in the back. Yeah, I think Valiant Aldo had a little bit of a side-by-side ding-dong. Don. Still a little bit of a ding-dong through turn 1. Everybody getting through there cleanly this time. So, Tatey leading. Dylan up to 2nd. Reg in 3rd, Baggy in 4th, Mocking in 5th, Benny 6th, Champ in 7th. Has everyone made it through there? Oh, Benny's run a bit wide. And again, oh, he's getting in the way. He's getting in the way. Champ looking to run around the outside of him. Benny giving him no space. Champ coming back up the inside as they head up towards the hairpin. And position done. Up into 6th then for Champ. Benny 7th. So Valium holding on to 8th position. Gravel Trap 9th. Aldo 10th. Raoul in 11th. What happened to you, Raoul? Got tangled up somewhere. Don in 12th. Dodgy in 13th. And Manny also way off the pace in 14th. What's happened to Manny? You got some glitching going on, Manny? Oh, I think we've got... Canetti's got full throttle there. No gears by the looks of things. You're in 6th, Manny. Oh, it looks like he's got technical issues. It's unfortunate for Manny. 6th gear, full throttle, but that's all he's got by the looks of it. So Dylan stretched himself out front, 1.3 seconds over Reg GT in 2nd. Baggy trying to hang on to the back of him for 3rd. Tatey in 4th. Champ 5th. Coming into this hairpin, very, very hot. Mocking Week 6, hanging on to him this time. Benny 7th. Valium 8th, sideways out of that hairpin. That's going to put him under pressure from Raoul. Raoul getting a clean exit, side by side as they come past the pits. Raoul should have the speed and the advantage into the next turn. Valium's trying to hold it side by side though through there. Very brave, a little bit squirrely on the way out. And he holds the position from Raoul. Good driving there, Valium. So Don 10th, Aldo in 11th, Gravel in 12th, Dodgy 13th. Manny, yeah, he's in the pits. Got it back down into 1st gear, but whether he's managed to resolve those technical issues, I don't know. We'll see whether he comes back out. He's not taking on board tyres, so it could be retirement from Manny, unfortunately. So Alan, yes, I have thought about interviews before. I did them once with the Mini Boys, but it was such a pain in the butt because I run all my sound through the PC rather than via the PlayStation. To get the group chat up to be able to do the interviews, I'd have to go into my PlayStation, change all my sound settings to then turn it from sending it out my HDMI cable to sending it out the headset. Yeah, it's just a pain in the arse, mate. It was just a pain in the arse at the end of every race, having to go through swapping all settings and then swapping them back again for another race. It was just like, no, that's too much. I'm on my own. I'm not doing all that crap. If I had somebody here pressing buttons that just made it all happen, like, great, that'd be fantastic. But no, I'm sat here on my own, trying to make it look sound as professional as possible. But if I'm in the settings every 5 minutes, it doesn't look so good. Dylan then starting to stretch away. 3 seconds he's got himself over Reg GT. Reg still holding 1.7 from Champ, winner of race 1. Baggy also holding on to not too bad, only 1.1 seconds back still. He has got Mocking Weeks, Tatey and Benny for company though. Let's get ourselves on board with Baggy and look back at these drivers. Into that awkward turn 4. Does everyone get through there cleanly? Everyone likes picking up a big chunk of curb on the outside of that turn. Oh, a little bit tight through there for Mockin. That's pinned him into the wall. It's fired him out way wide. He's going to lose 2 positions there. Tatey and Benny come through. A little bit tight there for Mockin Weeks. Benny, Tatey's also go wide. Benny comes through to take that position. Does he? These two side by side. But Tatey holds on to it. Benny in 6th then. Mockin Weeks just in the background of these two. Tatey and Benny, teammates, battling it out for 5th and 6th at the minute. But Mockin Weeks just hanging on to the back of these two, looking for a way through. Tatey defending well from teammate Benny. Again, shouldn't be too much. Oh, he's run himself wide. He doesn't get in the way. He's lost a lot of speed. Mockin Weeks and Benny come back through then to take that position. Easy as that. Tatey then down to 7th and a little bit off the pace now as well. Mockin Weeks looking for a way past Benny. Oh, Tatey's gone deep into the hairpin. He might have put himself under pressure from drivers behind. No, he's got plenty of room back to Valium behind him. 3.3 seconds. Right, how much of a Mickey take is Dylan? 4-second lead over Reg GT. He's managed to keep his gap between Champ as well. 1.3 seconds. Champ winning race 1. Baggy as well, holding on to 4th. Good drive from Baggy so far. Benny then up into that 5th position. After Tatey got it wrong. Mockin Weeks hanging onto the rear end of him. Don't go too tight through here again. Mockin sliding it out of that turn. Baggy, where were you going? Maybe getting it wrong on the curbs, or maybe just trying to slot yourself over to the far side of the track to avoid the slipstream, but it's not working. Side by side with Benny, got Mockin Weeks dragging his way up behind you as well. Oh, Baggy almost sandwiching himself between Mockin Weeks and Benny, but Mockin Weeks carrying the speed and managing to just get himself past Baggy on the way out. So Baggy down to 6th position. Tatey on the back of this fight as well, just for 7th, gets himself back on the tarmac. So Valium in 8th, Aldo 9th, Don in 10th, Raoul in 11th, struggling here tonight Raoul, Gravel in 12th, and Dodgy 13th. Yeah, we've lost Manny unfortunately. I think technical issues catching him out. Saw him come out of that final turn in nothing but 6th gear and full throttle. So Dylan lost a bit of time to Reg. Gap down to 3.5. Still got Champ in the background, but he has managed to pull a little bit more time over Champ. The gap at 1.6. Dylan has got it wrong. Dylan's got turn 4 wrong. No, Reg GT comes through to take race lead then. Can Dylan hold on to 2nd as they come up the hill to the hairpin? Champ carrying all sorts of speed through there. Gets the position done on the way out. Does he? I think he's going to carry enough speed. Does, up into 2nd then for Champ. 3rd place for Dylan. Can he get the job back? Champ's going defensive. Using as much track as possible, trying to slot one back up the inside of Champ here for Dylan. Carrying good speed. Be able to get the run down the inside into turn 4. Almost just backs off, slots himself back into 3rd place then behind Champ. Looking for a better run down the hill. Champ kicks up a load of dirt in front of him. Nowhere for him to go through here. Can he get the move done into the hairpin? Can Champ defend on the way up the hill? Are they both going to keep it in a straight line as they head into this hairpin? They do. But what has this done for Reg GT up front? He has now got 2.1 seconds. 5 minutes remaining. It's going to put him about 6 laps on the board. Champ second though, but he's having to go defensive from Dylan. Mocking Weeks, chuck him on at the inside of Benny. Not quite worked out. Benny 4th then, Mocking 5th. Tatey in 6th, Baggy 7th. Not having a bad race tonight, Baggy, at all. Valium in 8th. Don right behind him for 9th. Got Raoul made up another position in 10th. Aldo 11th, Gravel in 12th. Gravel. Stop it. I know they're your friends. Don't have to visit them at every lap, all right? Dodgy 13th, closing up on Gravel as well. Just 1.3 back from the Canadian. Turn 4 correctly though, Gravel, and Dodgy, what is he, just 0.6 of a second back. Gravel chap getting all sorts of runs into corners there. Dodgy almost up the inside of the final turn, closes right up. I don't think Gravel's going to hold on to that turn for that position for very long. Reg GT then still holding top spot from Champ, 1.3 seconds down. Dylan dropped a little bit, 2.2 seconds down. Still got Benny in 4th, being chased closely by Mocking Weeks. Tatey 6th. Past Baggy cleanly, a second gap between the two. Big gap back to Valium in 8th. He's under a bit of pressure from Don and Raoul himself. On board with Valium then, looking back at Don and Raoul battling it out. Closing up into turn 1. Ooh, Don's a little bit squirrely out of there. It's going to be side by side almost as they come into turn 4. Don really struggling with the rear end of that car. Oh, he's put a wheel on the grass. Side by side on the exit between these two. He's picked himself up a penalty. Still side by side as they come down the hill. Gets himself back out front, but Raoul is doing anything he can to get past. And this is just allowing Valium to stretch his gap out. Both drivers picking up penalties behind. Valium going deep into the hairpin, brings himself under pressure again from Raoul and Don. They both drop their penalties side by side on the exit here. Raoul gets a slightly better run out, shifts up a gear. Nobody getting a toe off of Valium in front, but Raoul got the line into turn 1. Can Don sling one back up the inside here? No. Closes up again on Raoul. Doesn't go for it into turn 4. Again, very, very tricky to get that turn right. So just a minute and 13 remaining. Let's have a quick run through the order. Where are you going, Don? Get yourselves back on the grey stuff. Picks up another penalty there then. Right, on board, race leader, just a second over Champ in second. And I think they're going to see another lap after this one. Can Reg GT take the win? He's got turn 1 a little bit wrong. He's put himself under more pressure from Champ. Dylan holding 3rd, Mocking Weeks past Benny then into 4th. Benny now 1.4 seconds back in 5th, under a bit of pressure from Tatey. Closing that gap up as well, Tatey. Baggy in 7th. Valium in 8th. Raoul looking to close up on him. He's got himself past Don. Aldo in 11th. Gravel in 12th. And Dodgy 13th. Right, up front, Champ having the position about taken off him. There's Champ almost pushing him around the circuit. Looking for a different line into turn 1. Does he? Yes, he does. Reg GT gets turn 1 all wrong. Gives the position to Champ. He's going to come under pressure for that second position as well. Then Dylan carrying good speed through there. Around the outside as he head down towards turn 4. Trying to go side by side. Dylan been pushed off track, unfortunately. Reg GT giving up the position a little bit too easily there. I'd have said screw you, Dylan. He's compromised. Reg GT backs off again. Oh, where are you going, Dylan? Dylan! No! Dylan's into the wall. Reg GT is going to come home to take second. Champ though does take race win. Reg GT takes second. Dylan comes home for third. Mocking Weeks 4th. Everyone hanging the rear end of these expos round. Benny took 5th. Tatey 6th. Baggy 7th. Raoul 8th. Valium 9th. Don in 10th. And some other positions taken by other drivers. So 2 wins tonight for Champ. I'm sure Reg GT will be happy with his second. I'm sure he'd have wanted first, but yeah, Champ just far too quick there at the end. Little tiny mistake as well from Reg GT into turn 1. If he'd have got that right, ooh, it could have been on. Could have been on for the win. So that's it for round 8 of Archie's Journey Sunday Multiclass League. I myself am back tomorrow night at 8:30 for the Tanso Boys and the Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. That's at 8:30 tomorrow. 8 o'clock Tuesday is the final of the Clash of the Teams. Wednesday at 8:30 is the Mature Racing Club Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. Wednesday is Archie's Journey Mazda Challenge at 9 o'clock. Friday at 9 o'clock as well is Mature Racing Club's Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship. Nothing on Saturday, and then back Sunday night for the Ford Focuses at 8 PM and the Multiclass League at 9 PM. That's what we've got. I don't know what rounds next. I think there's 2 more rounds left of this, but I don't know what car, what track. Couldn't tell you. So that's about it from me. Don't forget, if you want to help my channel out, you can either get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker and drop a little donation on there. Or if you fancy some new clobber, stick your name down for a t-shirt. 22 quid with free postage to UK and a free sticker. Hit me up on dartsmoker@googlemail.com or get hold of me on the Facebook page. Send me a message via Facebook, whatever. That's going to be pretty much about it. I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dartsmoker. I'm out of here.